What is going on, traders? Today we are going to be checking out Mr. Laggard. Not really doing much as compared to what most of the cryptocurrencies are doing in the market. Mr. Litecoin here, not quite outperforming a lot of things. Well, you could certainly argue because ever since the market, ever since the March dump, the COVID dump, it is up 400%. But the rest of the market, Bitcoin is up 1,000%. Ethereum is up more than 1,000%, and Litecoin just teeny tiny bit above 350%. That's not done, right? That's not done. That's disgusting. That's obnoxious. Why is this? Why is it happening? Why is my Litecoin not going to the upside where most of the market is outperforming? Well, the fundamentals in these markets, but right now points towards the fact that most of the interest is in the DeFi space. Everything related to Ethereum is actually taking up a lot of interest. Like most of the investors are like headed on towards these DeFi projects and all that, which is why Mr. Litecoin is not getting much love these days. But well, this is the LTC BTC chart on the 3-day time frame. Simply looking at it, it's just simple downside. This is why it's not doing really good. The Bitcoin comparative ratio for Litecoin is not really. Where do you see strength here? No, it's not. It's a simple downtrend. It's a simple bearish chart, and most of the moving averages aggressively down sloped. I'll simply inverse this chart right here. Look at how how strengthful this is to the upside, right? Signifying the more strength coming on. Well, let me just revert back up. This is weakness, right? So on the real charts, on time frames which do really matter a lot, the 3-day, just lagging behind, just lacking a lot of strength. Also, this certainly means that most of the bitcoin circulating around the cryptocurrency space is not trying to go towards Litecoin. Investors are not interested here apparently as of now. It looks to be like, but this is what we're going to determine technically today. Is this level going to hold here? Is this level here, right here on Litecoin, which is around 380,000 satoshis? Let's take it as a round figure. It's going to hold or not? Apparently, the 3-day is certainly looking weak. Rejecting the 21 simple and engulfing bearishly, wanting to break the structure to the downside. If you close this current candle below 375,000 satoshis, then probably you're going to be looking at a momentum down move again on LTC BTC. Well, LTC USD, of course, it's going to do good, right? What do you expect? I mean, if Bitcoin is doing good in the market, all the USD pairings are going to do good. But this is where your real edge lies. I mean, taking a look at all of these BTC pairings is something that you really want to be looking at if you're investment long most of these shitcoins, altcoins, or whatever. LTC BTC ratio constantly breaking down, just simply breaking down ever since. This giant wave around 12 June 19. This was it's just like wreckage. The simple complete wreckage after this point. 80% down move. Well, could think about reversals, right? Could think about reversals because as a risk management standpoint, like if history is going to be repeating itself again for Litecoin and something happens, like, all right, let's just consider Litecoin goes DeFi. Let's just consider like you can stake your Litecoin tomorrow and you get rewards, like you get crazy 200% APY per day. Something happens for Litecoin. Just imagine, like, just considering, so this could start going up. If Litecoin becomes DeFi, this also goes up. It's as simple, because the trend is for DeFi. And how will you make Litecoin DeFi? I don't really know how it's going to happen. But well, the current DeFi space is actually taking up a huge chunk of Litecoin's potential dominance in the market. But we are here to spot out a few reversal points here. Would you want to risk this? That's the question. This is 20%. This is like a 20% downside risk on this one. Whereas, if the history repeats itself, you could be simply bypassing all of these levels, and you could be headed to these points. Like a 200% BTC comparative up move is certainly going to be amazing. And when Litecoin reverses, like it has done like twice or thrice in the history, we don't have much historical data for this. In fact, we do. This is Polarnix, and we do have huge data, huge amount of it coming from January 2014. In fact, huge moves to the upside. Capitalizing on these gains, timing this one is the challenging part. So let's see how RSI actually responded when Litecoin was actually reversing its trend. Actually, let's get to the weekly time frame to get a clearer picture. Trend reversal right here. Trend reversal right here. Do you see any signature like a reversal on the relative strength? No, not quite much. In fact, there's no signature. There's no pattern formulating like these accumulative bottoms, right, where the trend actually wanted to reverse, like at least give a little upside move on LTC. Man, bloody someone save LTC, right? Someone put some money into Litecoin. Someone put some Bitcoin into like LTC, man, to make this thing go up again. You could argue that this regression line is still holding up, coming off this bottom here, and the general trend stays to be as accumulation. And also, if you hold this, if you hold these like 300, let's just consider 300,000 satoshis to be a reaccumulation area, and if you actually hold this, then this structure on the RSI should also hold up as well, and your Litecoins could go up in value. It's simply weird how the 50% nature of technical analysis somewhat makes sense, somewhat just helps you describe your risk management, and sometimes works like a magic. Like there's actually some magic. This is the beauty of TA, to be honest. Stochastic momentum. Bloody nosedive, fucking nosediving, man. Look at the stochastic momentum, just simply crossed the downside, strengthening the slope of the 21 simple moving average, the weekly, going. And what do we have here on the 200 moving average on the weekly? Is that a downslope? Oh, not really significant, but that is one downslope. Let's see what happened when the 200 simple moving average downsloped previously. We had a downslope right here on the price action. I rejected big time. You had a downslope here, like teeny tiny bit of it, and then yet again rejected here. You're having that slope again, but this is like more or less a continuation from this, so can't really derive much data off of it. And the next key thing for this price action is this bearish trending channel to the downside, which is simply staying in this range, being range bound, and until you're inside this channel, until you're actually maintaining this trend and getting rejected on all of these zones, you simply wanted to ask for more downside. And I think fundamentally bullish people look, I don't understand why Litecoin has to be fundamentally bullish for any reason. For any good Litecoin is just considered, I don't even understand why Litecoin is considered as silver in the market. So many things fundamentally wrong about it as a cryptocurrency in general, but still holding its spot in the top 10 cryptocurrency market. That's why being liquid, stable coin. That's what Litecoin is on the US dollar pairing. It doesn't move at all. And I think I'm going to simply go for some points of invalidation if this structure flips out to be bullish from these zones and gets reaccumulated here, just for assumption basis, and we start running to the upside. What happens? This is your key significant level right here, where we have been rejecting dramatically, just constantly rejecting since past 5 months, I would say, starting all the way at August and just rejecting back here again. The huge, extremely volatile on these zones as well, but ultimately ultimately going down. This is the sad part about Litecoin. I don't want to be a Litecoin bear. In fact, I want Litecoin to go up just like any other DeFi project, but Litecoin is not DeFi, man. I mean, that's why it's not going to go up immediately. It's going to take its time. It's going to formulate a base. It's going to reaccumulate and just change its momentum, then probably head to the upside later down the line. First and foremost is we have to maintain the goddamn 21 weekly moving average. The 21 weekly moving average is simply down sloped aggressively, rejecting any prices above it, engulfing bearish again and again. So not able to maintain a weekly moving average is bearish. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna be bullish on these levels. I'm gonna be bearish on these levels. I'm not here to call the bottoms and the tops. I'm here to invest, and I'm here to actually look at the trend. I'm here to catch the trend, right? I'm not calling for reverse. Like even you should not, because for the long run, calling the tops and bottoms gonna make you wrecked, man. Like you gonna go wrecked trading. Like you want to learn that thing the hard way, do you? You want to learn that thing by losing shit tons of money in these stupid crypto markets, or you want to be focused on making money rather than being right or wrong and calling the tops and bottoms? That's absolute shit. Calling tops and bottoms, I simply don't understand how people work on that. I mean, you know what, you could catch one bottom and you could have 1,000% return, but you know what, you're going to be giving all of that money back into the market, calling another, right, trying to call another bottom or top. So what's the point, man? What's the point, right? You want to thrive as a trader. You don't want to simply bet. If you want to simply bet in the markets, like go to a racehorse, like go to a horse racing show or something like that. Bet your money over there. Maybe donate your money somewhere. That would be beneficial. But stop calling tops and bottom, man. So let's see how Litecoin formulates again Bitcoin pairing on these levels, and simply jumping onto the extremely small time frames. What happened here? Wow, this is unbelievable. We are disconnected. All right, come on, man. Come on, Astroworld. Okay, we are back up. Sorry for that little hindrance. This hindrance is still going on, to be honest. Yep. Coming on to the 4-hour time frame here. Simply rejecting. Now the 200 simple has also started sloping to the downside. I mean, the LTC BTC pair just keeps on looking bearish, man. Just keeps on distributing. Distribution spikes all around, like formulating a head and shoulders, probably, man. I mean, wouldn't that be really nasty? I mean, you're literally 85% down from the upside, and you're again printing head and shoulders here. You're again distributing. Not good. Downside targets pointing all the way at, like, breaking the risk, man. Oh, this is a logarithmic value line. I mean, this is quite irrelevant. I should get into non-logarithmic values for this particular target, and that would give us a target which I don't really want to talk about. Just sad. It's simply going to be sad for Litecoin. But I hope it never happens, and I hope it gets reaccumulated here. But for that to happen, for that trend reversal to actually take place, there are certain key factors that has to take place. The first and the foremost is going to be the 200 simple sloping, at least sloping to the upside, and the second is going to be daily moving average. Like the 200 daily moving average is also one of the key significant factor here. This one also should slope to the upside. So first and the foremost condition that I want to see Litecoin doing against the BTC pair is that the 200 simple moving average should, on all the time frames, should at least maintain an upside slope, a positive slope. Then we can talk about trend reversals or maybe any momentum to the upside, right? Well, this one right here, a simple trend continuation of the BTC pair, although the USD pair is going to be damn nice. I'm going to be talking about that real short. 3-day time frame, yet again everything is downtrending. So until the Litecoin BTC pair is actually doing something, is actually making moves, this is actually a falling wedge right here. I hope it breaks off to the upside sometime soon. If Litecoin BTC pair flips bullish, that is when you can be you would be looking at good humongous LTC USD moves to the upside. Until the LTC BTC pair reverses, I don't think there's going to be explosions for Mr. Litecoin to the upside any soon. So keep a close eye on this. If you are an investment long Litecoin, if you are actually if you have invested on Litecoin below $100 levels, I mean, certainly a good trade. Let me just simply get on to Litecoin USD on Poloniex. In fact, I want to be checking out the entire existing history of Mr. Litecoin here. Yeah, well, this is yet another chart which I can talk about for hours and hours and hours and hours. Yeah, you formulated just like here. You formulated a base here, like chopping around these zones, and you could be doing something like that here. Let me just simply take a quick Fibonacci analysis of this as well. Wow, that's like a 4 spot 618. And if you take this structure, the 40.618 is going to be at $12,000. Wow, wow, won't that be really massive? US dollar pair actually looks good because Bitcoin looks good. Daily trending above the 21 simple, currently not showing any signs of weakness here. In fact, this bearish Gulf reject was could be significant, not that much, but mostly hovering above the 21 simple moving average on the daily on the USD pair is good. So as far as actually maintaining levels above, let's just round it off to 100. Let's just simply round it off to 100. 100 is the key significant point for Mr. Litecoin. It's psychological, from a psychological standpoint, from a market structure standpoint, like these levels, like these zones, areas of high liquidity entering, and also a confluence on this structure and this structure, the 2 spot and the 10 spot 764. The $100 level is going to be key significant zone, and you know what you want to be looking at. You want to be looking at the 200 simple moving average crossed, not crossed, like actually sloped to the upside and come all the way at $100 at least to confirm the support. It's going to take a while. That's going to take a lot of time, in fact. And by the time it actually comes there, Mr. Litecoin would have done things, Well, USD pair looks bullish. BTC pair does not look bullish. Long story short. And as far as the BTC pair is bearish, you cannot really expect explosive moves to the upside on Mr. Litecoin, unfortunately. So if you have invested in Litecoin, hold it. Hold your stack. If you are measuring your wealth against US dollars or INR or any fiat, then it's going to be a good hold, right? Litecoin is probably going to be a good hold, just like most of the other altcoins, again, US dollar pairings. But if you're going to be measuring your wealth in Bitcoin or in Ethereum, Litecoin is not really doing good. Let me just take a quick look at Litecoin and Ethereum, a chart which I've never looked at, in fact. Wow. This is fucking garbage, man. This is garbage. This shows the use cases of cryptocurrencies within top 10 cryptocurrencies also. Litecoin has no use case. Despite wealth, like storage of wealth, you have Bitcoin for that, right? Ethereum just simply taking on, Litecoin simply selling off into Ethereum. This is the 3-day time frame. Since the new year, in fact, Litecoin has sold off 50% into Ethereum. Yeah. Kind of telling you the trend for Mr. Litecoin. Like the overall picture for Litecoin is bearish. So if you want to be trading LTC, BTC, most of your biases are going to be bearish. Any move to the upside is going to be rejected and sent back. Right in the fucking ground back again, at least on the BTC pairing, until we reverse the trend, until we start closing weeklies above the 21 simple moving average and hold it, and hold those goddamn levels above the 21 simple weekly moving average. For the time being, Litecoin against Ethereum is also bearish. So most of the significant charts are actually bearish for Litecoin. Not looking really good. Look at this trend. Had you shorted Litecoin here against Ethereum, on this head and shoulder breakdown, this is one head and shoulder which just keeps on distributing. You met your downside targets. You met your downside targets here at 0.12, but currently you're at 0.096. It's like a head and shoulder just the right shoulder breakdown will be like, I'm gonna not go up. I'm gonna never go up. I'm gonna die like this. I'm not dying. I'm not going to go up ever. Looks bad. And level of interest. If you're interested in trading LTC ETH, which nobody is most likely, you had a grind breakdown. You're continuously moving to the downside on Ethereum. So Ethereum, of course, way more strengthful than Litecoin. Way more strengthful. But you're simply better off holding Ethereum than Litecoin. Let me just quickly jump back into Litecoin USDT so that I can take a quick look on the extremely small time frames here on the hourly, for example. On the hourly, just to remind a little clear picture. Let's just simply go for hourly. Hourly was full of chops here. You just retested the 200 simple moving average on the 4-hour time frame. Are you resisting against the grind here? Yes, you are resisting against the grind. So until you're closing 4-hour candles above 145, Litecoin will distribute. Litecoin will distribute, and it'll come back to key levels of interest again and again and again, and try to gather some liquidity for a possible move to the upside. So you want to be closing 4 hourlies above 145, and you could be trending to the upside, and it could eventually break this grind just like BTC did today. As 29 January option expiry, huge day for Bitcoin Ethereum options today, in fact. So Litecoin 145, 4-hour close, good. 122, 125, 4-hour close, bad. Man, logarithmic charts are just gonna fucking kill it every single time, man. All right. Breakdown targets 60. Well, logarithmic values were the same, I think. My bad. Break up target 200. Fair enough. Let's see if we can actually jump back again from 120 zones and probably attempt another move to the upside. Like if you kind of like expand this price action, it looks to me like consolidation, and could certainly move to the upside. If Bitcoin goes above 42, 45, 50, you could look at Litecoin go to 200. It's not really a big deal. It's going to be a good 45% trade to the upside, and you can look at this thing as an opportunity, or you can simply be bearish off of this and simply buy Ethereum. That won't make me an Ethereum bulltard or something like that. It's just like a comparative ratio, and it's facts. In fact, charts are facts, right? Show me the charts, I'll tell you the news. That makes sense. That is going to make sense for I don't know how many 100 years to come. And these are facts here. Ethereum against Litecoin is strengthful. Bitcoin against Litecoin is strengthful. US dollar is not strengthful against anything. US dollar is just garbage. So anything is going to trend up against US dollar. Anything is going to trend up. The real competition lies within certain cryptocurrencies, and for Litecoin, certainly going to be Ethereum and Bitcoin. Well, I think this was enough for LTC comprehensive technical analysis. And this video is pretty long, actually. I mean, rendering this video on 4K is going to take a lot of time, and you better watch the entire thing, and just leave a thumbs up if you have been following this entire video all the way to this point, man. I totally love you. Well, that's been it for Litecoin's comprehensive analysis, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye for now.